I think we're getting pretty close. Oh. Right as I say that, my strap comes off. Alrighty. There we go. Alrighty. Well, like I gotta fix my vocals. Turn them up just a little bit, a little bit. Like the description of this stream says, I've always wanted to do like a storytellers type thing, and I know a lot of people don't really know who I am because I've kept very aloof on the internet. I need to fix that. Because I'm not necessarily a very shy person. I do keep to myself a lot, but when it comes to being in social situations, I'm very talkative. Angle you up a little bit more. There we go. That should be good. That looks about right. Now I'm going to start this set off with my originals, and then I'm going to go into a bunch of covers. Because I have originals that I've written, my problem with the songs that I've written is I write them, I record them, I get them so well known to myself that I can record them, and as soon as I record them, poof, out of my brain. And there are songs that I really love that are by other people that will stay in my brain forever. So this is going to be, I have 3 songs that I'm going to start off with that are my originals, and then from there, wherever the wind takes me. This song is probably my favorite song I've ever written. I start off like all of my live shows with it when I play actual live shows, not on the internet. But this is called Watch As I Push You Away. I wrote this probably like 3 or 4 years ago now. And then the rest of the album that I have on Spotify, Who Framed Johnny Pegger, look it up. It's all music that I'm proud of. I listen to it and I'm like, I could have done this better, but I'm still proud of the product that I put out. And I don't say that about a lot of things that I do. So this is Watch As I Push You Away. It's an autobiographical tune about 3 different people that I've pushed out of my life. Not intentionally, but just out of me being me. So here we go. Well, I watch as the leaves go flying, watch as the nighttime turns to day, watch them flowers slowly dying, and I watch as I push you away. That summer swelter, it ain't right for me, broiling in that burning heat all day. Like the summer you were meant to leave, and I can't force you to stay. Well, that winter is where I feel at home. The His icy heart won't melt today. And that snow globe house that you lived in down south, the warmth of which I wish I could stay. So I watch as the leaves go flying, watch as the nighttime turns to day, watch them flowers slowly dying, and I watch as I push you away. Will that month of June come around too soon? All this pain I just can't take today. Them July nights got me howling at the moon on the night I threw it all away. But I never did think of the morning when your loveliness had gone astray. I wish I would have had a warning about feels when your love fades away. So I watch as the leaves go flying, watch as the nighttime turns to day, watch them flowers slowly dying, and I watch as I push you away. Well, maybe another time, maybe our love will come to stay. We can change it all around and make up our minds, and finally not push each other away. But the seasons are the reasons that I'm leaving you. Winter, spring, summer, and fall. Every month of the year I'll be loving you, my dear, but it doesn't seem to mean anything at all. So I watch as the leaves go flying, watch as the nighttime turns to day, watch them flowers slowly dying, and I watch as I push you away. I watch as the seeds have been planted, blown by the breeze of yesterday. I'm sorry it was frantic, but your final wish was granted on that night I threw it all away. That song, like I said, is one of my favorites that I've ever written. Probably my favorite that I've ever written, but I also have more songs that I'm writing. So I'm sure it will be dethroned at some point. But that song was very heavily inspired by, and actually I'll play it right after this, by a certain Shaky Graves song called Tomorrow. And also I was listening to a lot of Dolly Parton. So that whole mismatch of Shaky Graves and Dolly Parton, I was just like, you know what? I really want to write a song. And that song came out probably in like 3 hours. I put that song together. And I mean, honestly, it sounds more intricate than it is. It's so G, D, C. Yeah, it's pretty much just G, D, and C, and then E minor. So it's really not that intricate of a song. I just use a little bit of finger picking work to make it sound more interesting. And I honestly kind of wish I would have elaborated more on it, but at the same time, like I've said, I'm very proud of that song. But the song that I used as framework for it is Tomorrow by Shaky Graves, and I'll just jump right into that, and then I'll talk more after that. Let's see if I can make it sound like him too. Yeah, that actually should work perfect. I'm so tired of losing, babe. I used to win every night of the week. Oh, back when sex and amphetamines were the staples of our childhood physique. Used to tell me we'd turn into something. Oh, you said life was much better than this. Yeah, but the closest I come to perfection's when you turn around to steal a kiss. But you never trusted tomorrow. Oh, babe, is that any way to live your life? Well, you've loved this heart and this six-string girl, but they've been out of tune, yeah, for some time. Well, you said, oh, I love so many women, Lord, there's so many women I love and driving me wild. Well, they say, oh, you get lost in complexion and the structure of a well-placed smile. And luckily you, oh, you never smile. Well, now you, smile. Yeah, it looks just a little bit better that way to me. Oh, sometimes does. But you never trusted tomorrow. Oh, baby, that's just a problem of mine. I've been thrown around by some bad one, girl. That a good one was a new thing this time. But you showed me that I couldn't be farther, well, from the truth of the problem at hand. Is that I could never say, baby, tomorrow, oh, I'll be right there. I'll be your man. Oh, I'll be your man. Ooh. Try this. Good luck to us all. Whew, not like it used to be. I haven't played that song in a while. But yeah, that song, as you can hear from the chords, I just slapped the capo on the second fret and said, "Hey, I'll do that." But yeah, that song I found in the middle of, well, I started finding Shaky Graves right before 2020, like 2019 into 2020, and then in the midst of lockdown, I did a deep dive, and I started learning a lot of his songs, and I forget most of them. I'm sure if I put the guitar in the right tuning, I could figure them out again. But those songs really, really, in a time where everybody was depressed, and unfortunately for me, I was an essential worker. I work in a restaurant, so I was still working while everybody else was like, at the beginning, everybody was like, oh, sick, I got a month off work and I'm still getting paid for it. And I was like, I'm still getting paid, but I still got to go into work every day. So everybody, while I was working and everybody was like, oh yeah, this is awesome. I was like, my life never stopped. It just changed a little bit. But yeah, that song, like really, as I was listening to those songs, I was like, you know what? This is the type of thing that I want to do. And so I got really into that. I started getting into like folk, and I mean, I've always been into folk because I grew up loving Bob Dylan and Neil Young and Crosby, Stills and Nash, all those guys, James Taylor. So I grew up listening to all that stuff, and I was like, you know what? That's the type of stuff that I want to eventually do. I just was never good enough to do it. Now, my skills have caught up with it, so now I can be like, oh yeah, well, why not? Why not do that? If I can write songs and also tell stories, why not do that? Sorry, I just had Wendy's a little bit ago, and now I'm gassy. But yeah, I just in the last like 2 years, I found Todd Snyder. Just listening to Spotify and Pandora, and eventually like his songs started, from all the stuff that I was listening to, his songs started creeping in there, and I was like, why have I never heard this? And I have heard one song because the local radio station had him on, and he played the song Beer Run, which I'm sure a lot of people know. It's a pretty famous song now. But I had listened to his other songs, and I was like, why do these never get played on the radio? And the sad fact of the matter is, it's a lot like when Willie Nelson started out. He wrote a lot of songs, and then a bunch of other people recorded them, and they got bigger. And his songs just kind of, like, his songs were still getting out there, and he was happy because he was getting paid. But it was other people saying his words. And then when I found him, I found the album Near Truths and Hotel Rooms, which is a live album. And I found out that Todd Snyder is a hell of a storyteller, and he's hilarious. Even more so than a great songwriter, he gets up and he can spin a tale like that, no problem. And I fell in love with it. And that's the type of stuff that I was like, because he even talks about it in that album. He's like, I went to see a guy named Jerry Jeff Walker, which I've heard of Jerry Jeff Walker, and I didn't really get into his music until pretty recently as well. But he was like, I went to see this guy, Jerry Jeff Walker, and it was just a guy up on a stage with a guitar telling stories. And he was like, I thought, shit, I could do that. And then as I was listening to the album, I was like, yeah, you know what? Shit, I could do that. That's the type of shit I've always wanted to do. On top of also doing like a very weird combination. I like acoustic folk music, and I also love progressive rock. So like those two, as much as they have a lot of similarities, couldn't be farther from each other. Folk and country music is 3 chords and the truth, and then progressive rock is whatever the hell it wants to be, as long as it's rockin'. And so for this album that I have put out already, I was like, you know what? I was going to do it full produced, do like bass, drums, guitar, vocals, whatever else will fit on it. Maybe if my hands will do it, piano, which I'm not a piano player, but I can fake it sometimes. But instead, as I was setting up for it and getting ready to record, I ended up recording it in my living room with 2 microphones, one on my guitar, one on my vocals. And I was like, you know what? This is the way that it should be. Just a guitar and a voice. And then that's how I ended up putting that album out. And everything else just kind of fell into place. I had a bunch of songs written for it. I scrapped half of them, rewrote the rest, wrote new ones in like 3 days, and like rushed it out. And then after I finished it, I was like, I could have done these better, but lyrically and musically, I'm proud of what I put out. And you're always going to feel that way about music that you put out. I could have done this better. There's something else I could have done with it. I could have added stuff here. I could have done whatever. But this because of how basic it is, it's like a demo album. And even though it's like a demo album, it's a complete album. It feels like a complete album. It sounds like a complete album, and that's the way that I wanted it. So this next one I'm going to do is also very personal. And that's the thing about songs that you write. 9 times out of 10, they're going to be super personal, and you're going to be scared shitless to put them out. But that's honestly what makes it more special, because you put it out, and then I've had a handful of people that I know walk up to me and be like, I listened to your album and I loved it. And that really made me happy, because a lot of it is it's a very personal album. It's all how I felt at the time and how I felt leading up to that. Now, I've gotten past a lot of it. So a lot of it, like, I don't play a lot of the album when I play live anymore. I play like 3 songs off of the album. And this is the first one that I played is one of the 3. This is another one of the 3. And then I'm going to play the third one later. And there's one song that I always wanted to play live, but I can never remember the lyrics because I'm terrible at remembering my own lyrics, like I said earlier. But this one is called Sad the Way It Is, and this is very personal. Here we go. I woke to the crashing of the thunder in the night, so I calmed myself down beside that firelight. I need the weed to feed me, 'cause the sleeping's never easy, and I did all my drinking before I was 21. It's sad the way it is when I think about me. Melancholy man who used to be so young and free. Running around was fun before, but now I'm just tired and sore. The music that I play is uninspired. I lost everything in just a day, but you can't lose nothing more if you just fade away. Been running around so long, the life I had went moving on. I'm trying so hard to get it back. And it's sad the way it is when I think of family. All the good times get eclipsed by bad memories. The pettiness and anger, oh, it pierces you like a dagger. And it's hard to bring yourself to even care. But I'm glad the way it is, picking up the pieces. I get on by just thinking of my nephews and nieces. All my brothers and sisters, well, they're turning to Mrs. and Misters. And I know one day I'll be just the same. It's just sad the way it's been. And that one is about, as you can guess, my life. But I don't really want to get too into it because I don't want to bring everybody down. But that one, I can never remember how my track listing falls, but I'm pretty sure this one comes a little bit after it, if not directly after it. And this one is, I was listening to a lot of Guy Clark, and the song The Cape really inspired this one, and I'm sure people would be able to hear it. Gotta always remember how to play that riff because it changes every time. But this is a song I wrote because I was like, man, also during shutdown, I was doing well before, and then I, like everybody, I hit hard times, and money was hard to come by, and I was super depressed. I wasn't hanging out with anybody. I was pretty much isolated, and I hadn't felt that way since probably like high school. And it's a hard thing to get through sometimes, and that's why I'm glad I've always had my love for music. So when I was super depressed, I would just pick up a guitar and play music, and then I would feel better afterwards. And then I would just start playing video games, and that would be like the little bit of socializing I would get because I had Xbox Live at the time, and then computer games where you could talk to people online. And that was my little bit of socializing. Also, I have a big family, but a lot of the time, your older brothers and sisters don't really want to talk to you because they're like, all right, I live with you. Get out of my face, which I understand. I don't fault them for that. But this song is called Try and Try Again. It's about even when things really suck and are fucked up and you hate yourself, you play this song or you sing this song, and it'll make you be like, all right, I'm not going to stop trying. Dreams are fading one by one, I can barely get out of bed. But I'll keep trying on and on, I'll be trying till I'm dead. Every day it's far away, at least that's what they say. As when I think of getting old, I guess that's the price we pay. Well, sometimes I think I'd be better off dead. I just can't go on with all this nothing in my head. So I think about what I remember way back when, and all I ever have to do is try and try again. Even when I think that I've got nothing in the tank, even when I'm riding empty, there's money in the bank. And every day I feel as though I'm about to rise above it. Hubris slaps me in the face and tells me where to shove it. Well, sometimes I think I'd be better off dead. I just can't go on with all this nothing in my head. I think about what I remember way back when, and all I ever have to do is try and try again. there was another verse, but I forgot it because, like I said, I'm terrible at remembering my own lyrics. But yeah, that's the gist of the song. Pretty much, if you feel like everything sucks and you feel like you're up against a wall, don't worry. You're not. It feels like it, but there are much worse places you could be. And I've been those worst places. And that's what makes me think, even when I'm out of money, even when I'm out of money, I haven't talked to my friends in a while, I always think, I still live in a house. I still have a car. I still have places that I can go. I still have a job. I'm still able to do things. Doesn't matter if you're financially destitute. Money's money. It doesn't matter. We've been pretty much propped up as a society to be like, hey, money's everything. It's not. Because you can have all the money in the world, but if you don't have friends, you don't have family, you don't have freedom, there's nothing. Money can't buy any of that. Only you can. Let me see what else I got. This is an unreleased song. Let's see if I can not fuck this one up. I'm sure I will. I always fuck my songs up. This song is a blues song because my next album is going to be a blues album. Blues was also one of my first loves, mainly stemming from listening to Pink Floyd. But this song is called My Girl Sue. This one is not autobiographical. I just wrote the chords and I was like, you know what? This would be a fun song to write. And I wrote all the lyrics and I was like, yeah, you know what? This means nothing to me other than I wrote it. And I love it. Well, now where is my girl Sue? She told me she had something new to show me. Said come meet on Ellsworth Avenue. Stop on by if you feel blue. Oh baby, that crazy Sue. Did you see my girl Bree? She's always said she see. She said come on by and grab some tea. I got something here you'll wanna see. Oh baby, that sexy Bree. Have you seen my Evangeline? She always kept her nose clean. So up on Cripple Creek she caught my eye. She's as sweet as a hunk of pumpkin pie. I wish you'd seen that Evangeline. Sitting at the train station, waiting for a destination. I got something that I'm trying to be. I hope I hit it for 43. Oh baby, be my damnation. And that one is just a fun song. Messed it up a bit. That's all, folks. I messed it up a bit at the beginning, but I picked it up at the end. And that's how my shows go. Mess up a bit at the beginning, and the end is nice and smooth. All right, well, that does it for the original songs. And now we get into the covers. I'm a big Randy Newman fan. I don't know. I mean, I know why. People rag on Randy Newman because of his singing voice. But if you think about it, if you like really listen to his music without the lyrics, and then listen to the lyrics without thinking about his voice, which I think his voice is fine. I thought the same thing about Bob Dylan and Neil Young and Tom Petty. People rag on them about their voices, but I think they're good. But Randy Newman is a beautiful songwriter. And this is from his album Sail Away, which I have on vinyl. And that is an album I think everybody should at least listen to once. Because it has a lot of dedication to when Ohio was catching on fire. Before Ohio was a hellhole, and then Ohio catching on fire and being a hellhole. But this is Dayton, Ohio, 1903, and it's a piano song, but if anybody knows me, they know I like to do piano songs on guitar because I'm a glutton for punishment. And hopefully I don't mess this one up. You sing a song of long ago when things were green and moving slow. People stop to say hello, or they'd say hi to you. Would you like to come over for tea with the missus and me? It's a real nice way to spend the day in Dayton, Ohio, on a lazy Sunday afternoon in 1903. You sing a song of long ago when the trees would grow and days flowed quietly. The air was clear and you could see, and folks were nice to you. Would you like to come over for tea with the missus and me? It's a real nice way to spend the day in Dayton, Ohio, on a lazy Sunday afternoon in 1903. Didn't mess it up as bad as I thought. I've never played it on this guitar, that's why. Making excuses for myself. I've been around the world, had my pick of any girl. You'd think I'd be happy, but I'm not. Everybody knows my name, but it's just a crazy game. Oh, it's lonely at the top. Listen to the band playing music just for me. Listen to the people paying just for me. All the applause, all the praise, all the money I have made. Oh, it's lonely at the top. Listen, all you fools out there, go and love me, I don't care. Oh, it's lonely at the top. Oh, it's lonely at the top. Oh, it's lonely at the top. Another lovely Randy Newman song. I was talking about Todd Snider earlier, and I'm going to get into some Todd Snider songs right after this one. But this one, it's my favorite ELO song. And I've always loved it ever since I heard it in Billy Madison, and I think everybody knows what song it is at that point if you know which song ELO has in Billy Madison. But it was reignited in me because a couple years ago Jeff Lynne put out an acoustic version, and I was like, you know what, that has always been my favorite ELO song, Electric Light Orchestra. I love them. Jeff Lynne is amazing. And he gets his work on ELO often gets overshadowed by his work being a producer for like Tom Petty, George Harrison, Bob Dylan, Roy Orbison, who are all in the Traveling Wilburys together. But this song, it's a beautiful song, and there's nothing wrong with it. Like I could not find one flaw in this song. Hello, how are you? Are you still alright? Through all those lonely, 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 lonely nights. It's what I'd say. I'd tell you everything if you just pick up the telephone. Hey, how you feeling? Are you still alright? Don't you realize the things we did were all for real, not a dream? I just can't believe they ever faded out of you. Whoa. up, shibby-doo-doo-up, do-ah-do-lang. Blue days, black nights, do-ah-do-lang. Look into the sky, the love you need ain't gonna see it through. And I wonder why the little plans you made ain't coming true. Oh, telephone line, give me some time. I'm living in twilight. Oh, telephone line, give me some time. I'm living in twilight. Okay, so no one's answering. Won't you let it ring a little longer, 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 longer? I'll just sit tight in shadows of the night and let it ring out forevermore. Oh yeah, 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 yeah. Shoo up, shibby-doo-doo-up, do-ah-do-lang. Do days, black nights, do-ah-do-lang. Look into the sky, the love you need ain't gonna see it through. And I wonder why the little plans you made ain't coming true. Oh, telephone line, give me some time. I'm living in twilight. Oh, telephone line, give me some time. I'm living in twilight. Oh, telephone line, give me some time. I'm living in twilight. Oh, telephone line, give me some time. I'm living in twilight. Good old telephone line. Ring, ring. Hello? Jeff Lynn, is that you? Goodbye. Nailed it. All right. Now I'm going to get into here's some Todd Snyder songs. And this guy, this legend, this living legend, he has written so many songs that like resonate with not just me, so many people. Because he, much like people like me, grew up poor and was a poor touring musician. I'm not a touring musician, but I am a poor live musician. And this song particularly makes me think about growing up in a less than fortunate family. As Dave Chappelle would put it, growing up, my parents did just well enough for me to grow up poor around white people. So this song is called Broke. Credit complications in the checkout line. It's an awful situation almost every time. They keep your card behind and they keep your groceries too. yeah they do. You try telling everybody it's a terrible mistake, but you can tell they don't believe that's true. Never know what you do until you do what you do when you're broke. I hung my head down as I walked out the door. Never ever going back to that store. They treated me like a bum in front of everyone behind me in the line. It was all my friends and neighbors looking at me like I committed some kind of crime. Guess you ain't worth a dime when you're broke. Now if I had money like I did in my day, I'd buy a car and drive us far away. I thought it didn't even matter anyway, but the more I thought, the madder I got. By the time I got home I was seeing red. Pulled a gun up out from under my bed. I put a sock on my head and into the night I flew, away I flew. The next thing I know I got blood on my hands, but I got money in my pockets too. You never know what you do until you do what you do when you're broke. Now if I had money like I did in my day, out of spite I'd throw it all away. But you know I got this debt to pay to society. Honey, wait for me. Good behavior, I'll be out in 7 years. Don't worry over me or shed any tears. I've learned a lot in here, and I know what a chance I blew. The next time I won't make the same mistakes. I'll shoot the camera out too. I'm learning all sorts of things you can do when you're broke. When you're broke. When you're broke. I didn't do the Australian version. Now, I've never put a sock on my head and grabbed a gun and robbed a store because I was broke. But I've definitely stolen things because I was broke. I mean, you're not going to find very many people who are broke who aren't going to be like, well, I mean, I'm going to buy this stuff and then just kind of like slide a couple things under. And then this one follows it up, which it doesn't follow it up on the album, but this one follows it up because it coincides with broke. This is called Easy Money. He looked like he had a little bit of money. He was a grifter with a southern drawl. I could tell right away by the way he was running that that boy was just begging to crawl. I guess a junkie knows what he needs to get a man strung out on his own green. They'll give up everything he's got for just one shot at having it all. Took every last cent of his savings on a trip to the local track. Got a tip from a friend, put it all down to win on a horse named Heart Attack. He weren't no fool, boys, he didn't bet it all. So everything was cool when that horse took a fall. But then he turned around and spent the rest trying to win it back. He wanted easy money. Sad Sad, but it's true. Everybody wants the most they can possibly get for the least they can possibly do. They want that easy money. I don't understand. Lord, they scheme and they plan, but they can't get their hands on that easy money. Got him there across the bar, not too soft and not too tough. She could tell by the way he was throwing his money around that he was damn sure good looking enough. She walked way over and shot him a wank. On the last $5 he bought her a drink. By the time they hit the Motel 6, they figured they was in love. Love, I said love, she loved that easy money. Sad, but it's true. Everybody wants the most they can possibly get for the least they can possibly do. They want that easy money. Don't understand. Lord, they scheme and they plan, but they can't get their hands on that no easy money. It must have been about 2 weeks later. Got a call from a business friend. Got a tip from a friend. Speaking of investment dealing, did you know you're gonna let both of us in? She took all the savings out of the bank, and on the way back home to gas up the tank, she stepped in for some cigs, and she never saw that fucker again. She wanted easy money. Sad, but it's true. Everybody wants the most they can possibly get for the least they can possibly do. They want that easy money. Don't understand. Lord, they scheme and they plan, but they can't get their hands on that no easy money. Lord, they scheme and they plan, but they can't get their hands on that no easy money. Yeah. Said, I know it's only rock and roll, but I like it, yes I do. Everybody wants that easy money. Hell, I could use that easy money right now. Call J.G. Wentworth, 877-CASH now. I have a structured settlement, and I need my money now. I swear tomorrow it'll be, this was all just kind of thrown together. Tomorrow it'll be reined in. I've definitely messed up a lot here. This song I know I won't mess up. And I say that and I'm probably going to mess it up now. This is the last Todd Snyder song I'm going to be playing. This is the last song that I put on my album because this is the first song of his that I heard, and this is a song that really resonates with me because, I mean, it pretty much talks to me. God job working weekdays. You want fries with that? I work in a restaurant. And another one is, how you going to throw a shutout if all you do is bitch? I've definitely bitched a lot of my way through life, and I think everybody needs to fix that, but I definitely need to work on that. This Can't Complain. Little out of place, little out of tune, sort of lost in space, racing that moon, climbing the walls, this hurricane, still overall, I can't complain. I was talking with my girlfriend, told her I was stressed, 'cause I'm going off the deep end. She said, God, for once, give it a rest. We're all waiting in the dugout, thinking we should pitch. How you gonna throw a shutout if all you do is bitch? I got nothing to lose, nothing to gain. It's like a one-way ticket to cruise in that passing lane. Can't complain. All I wanted was one chance to let freedom ring. Said I had to get a permit, tags and everything. Never made it through the red tape. Got this paper hat, got a job working weekdays. You want fries with that? I got nothing to lose, nothing to gain. It's like a one-way ticket to prove in that passing lane. I can't complain. Now I got a brand new dance, need one more shot, just need one last chance. You know I won't get caught, I'm gonna make my last stand. This time I can't be bought. Then again, on the other hand, how much have you got? I got nothing to lose, nothing to gain. It's like a one-way ticket to cruise in that passing lane. I can't complain. Little out of place, little out of tune, sort of lost in space, racing that moon, climbing the walls, this hurricane, still overall, I can't complain. Still overall, I can't complain. Hey, how are you all? I can't complain. Will that circle be unbroken by and by, Lord, by and by? It's a better home waiting in the sky, Lord, in the sky. That's my last Todd Snyder song. And I was going to start going into Billy Joel, but I think I'm going to go into Bob Dylan first. Sat together in the park as the evening sky got dark. She looked at him and he felt the spark tingle to his bones. Was then he felt it alone, and he wished he'd gone straight and forgot about a simple twist of fate. Walked along by the old canal, little confused, I remember well. Stopped into a strange hotel with the neon burning bright. He felt the heat of the night hit him like a freight train moving, a simple twist of fate. Hears the ticking of the clocks, walks alone through the city blocks, hunts her down by the waterfront docks where the sailors all roll in. Maybe he'll spot her once again. How long must he wait? One more time for a simple twist of fate. And that song is off of, well, that version is off of my favorite Bob Dylan album. And it is Bootleg Series number 5. Bob Dylan, 1975, with the Rolling Thunder Review. Pretty much every song on that album is my favorite version of all of those songs. And it's probably the best his voice has ever sounded, too. Now I'm going to get into Billy Joel. I'm going to start off with Vienna, because it's a song that everybody forgets about. Billy Joel's got a lot of hits, and this one is one that everybody forgets existed. And it's a travesty, because it might be like the best Billy Joel song. Actually, I'm going to change guitars for this song. I'm going to switch to my electric. I'm sorry. I am so sorry. I'm sorry about the noise this is going to make, because it's going to be really, really bad. Like I said, sorry. Come on. There we go. Come on, strap. Come on with strap. Come on with strings. All right, here is Vienna by Billy Joel. Another piano, well, every Billy Joel song I'm going to do is a piano song on guitar. So slow down, you crazy child. You're so ambitious for juvenile. But then if you're so smart, tell me, why are you still so afraid? Where's the fire? What's the hurry about? You better cool it off before you burn it out. Then if you're so smart, tell me, why are you still so afraid? Do you know that when the truth gets told, that you can get what you want or you can just get old? You're gonna kick off before you even get halfway through. When will you realize Vienna waits for you? Slow down, you're doing fine. You can't be everything you wanna be before your time. Although it's so romantic on the borderline tonight. Too bad that that's the life you lead. You're so ahead of yourself that you forgot what you need. Though you can see when you're wrong, you know you can't always see when you're right. You're right. Got your passion, you got your pride, but don't you know that only fools are satisfied? Dream on, but don't imagine they'll all come true. Ooh, when will you realize Vienna waits for you? Slow down, you crazy child. His phone off the hook and disappeared for a while. It's alright, you can't afford to lose a day or two. Ooh, when will you realize Vienna waits for you? And you know that when the truth gets told, that you can get what you want and you can just get old. You're gonna kick off before you even get halfway through. Ooh, when will you realize Vienna waits for you? Why don't you realize Vienna waits for you? And that is Vienna. That is probably the greatest Billy Joel song to ever exist. And this is probably the second greatest Billy Joel song to ever exist. Let me tune out. Oh. It'd help if I tuned up the right string. She can kill with a smile, she can wound with her eyes. She can ruin your faith with her casual eyes. She'll only reveal what she wants you to see. She hides like a child, but she's always a woman to me. She can lead you to love, she can take you or leave you. She can ask for the truth and then never believe you. She'll take what you give her as long as it's free. feels like a thief, but she's always a woman to me. Oh, she takes care of herself. She can wait if she wants. She's ahead of her time. Oh, and she never gives up, and she never gives in. She just changes her mind. She'll promise you more than the Garden of Eden. She'll carelessly cut you and laugh while you're bleeding. She'll bring out the best and the worst you can be. Blame it all on yourself, 'cause she's always a woman to me. She can wait if she wants. She's ahead of her time. Oh, and she never gives up, and she never gives in. She just changes her mind. She's frequently kind and then suddenly cruel. She can do as she pleases, she's nobody's fool. She can't be convicted, she's earned her degree. And the most she will do is throw shadows at you, but she's always a woman to me. Some like this, some like that, some don't know where it's at. Don't get loose if you don't move. Your motor won't make it if your motor don't move.
come, easy go, any way the wind blows. Two, three, four, five, six, seven. Better change your ways if you wanna get to heaven. 8, 9, 10, and we're stopping at 11. 11 just hangs around and rhymes with 7. Easy come, easy go, any way the wind blows. Some don't know where it's at. You don't get loose if you don't groove. Your motor won't make it if your motor won't move. Easy come, easy go, easy come, easy go, easy come, easy go, any way the wind blows.
And I think that's going to do it for me for today. Because like I said, this was kind of thrown together. And it was very rough. I really just wanted a proof of concept of if I could stream or not. And I think I proved it. Tomorrow night's stream is going to be at 5. It'll be I'll have an actual put together thing. This was kind of thrown together again. I'm repeating myself. Yeah, tomorrow will be a lot easier. Now that I have everything set up. But if anybody stopped in, I'm sorry I ruined your ears, especially when I was changing guitars. But yeah, I'll see you tomorrow for a way better stream and probably way better stories. Definitely way better stories. All right. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. All right. See you later.